Alright, we are live. Alright, everyone, we've got Pokemon Yellow today, and not just a regular yellow run, but a random solo run. So I haven't done these in a while. I'm gonna start doing these around 3 or 4 times a week. So how this works is, not that. I'll go to the random Pokemon generator website, and then I will generate a random species from Kanto, and whatever Pokemon I roll, we have to plan it out and start. Essentially, it's a blind solo run. I don't know what I'm going to be playing today. Could be Mewtwo, could be Spearow. You never know. Oh, and thankfully I wasn't late today because I spent the last half hour making this. This is the current Pokemon Yellow tier list with all the Pokemon I've done. So I have my S tier at 45 minutes, and then I have them in intervals of 5, and then I have 120, then 130 would be the Surge and Bruno tiers. For my red leaderboard, I have sub 40 as S tier, but Yellow is a slightly slower game, slightly harder game, so I think sub 45 seems appropriate, because when I had under 40, nothing was in S tier, so that just didn't sit right with me. So I shuffled it like this. Yeah, if it's something we already have on this list, we're not going to do it. And we might actually do something different. I've had problems where some streams, the planning, the whole planning phase could be like 25 minutes, but I've had some streams where the planning went over an hour. So what I'm going to do from now on, I have live split on the side here. As soon as we find out what the Pokemon is, we only have 30 minutes to plan. As soon as the 30 minutes are up, we have to start. So that way we won't, like, test literally everything. Hello, N1. Hey, Crit Slash on Twitch. Could be Vaporeon. Honestly, Vaporeon wouldn't be too bad. That was not what I wanted. Anyway, I've also got the Solodex software right here. And let's go ahead and just select our Pokemon. And as soon as the Pokemon is revealed, I'll start a timer for 30 minutes. Hello, GHS. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Alright, what are we playing? Hey, you know what? It's not Flareon, or it's not Vaporeon, but it's Flareon. I'll take it. I haven't played it yet. Okay, so I've started my timer. We've got 30 minutes to plan. 30 minutes or less. I'm a little concerned about this, but honestly, this isn't the worst. Like, I think Flareon might be the worst in this game, but let's check it out. I know this is Vaporeon, but I'm actually going to do a cool little thing. Check this out. Right-click, compare. There we go. Add to comparison. This is all the evolutions in Yellow version. Fire types in general are rough. Yeah, Lance's Gyarados is knocking. So yeah, we've got the best attack stat. That's pretty much it. Jolteon has the best speed. Vaporeon has the best HP. And Flareon definitely has not the best physical defense, that's for sure. It's the same physical bulk as... I have no idea how to make that not show up. It's the same physical bulk as Jolteon, but it's as slow as Vaporeon, though. Yeah, mixed attack. Honestly, mixed attackers in Gen 1 are actually fine. Honestly, mixed attackers are great in Gen 1, because you could just pretty much go anything. What's the Pokemon? Flareon. Let's see, we're gonna start with... Why is that a remember move? That's weird. That's probably a bug. Yeah, that's probably a bug with the comparison software. Yeah, probably just a bug. So yeah, there's some differences with the red and blue set, but in Yellow version, we start with Ember, Quick Attack, Tail Whip, and Tackle. So having Ember for Brock will be the way to go. Sand Attack could theoretically help us with Brock. Actually, no, it will help us with Brock. We'll use it during the bide turns. Bite, not that great. Fire Spin is disgusting. Smog is disgusting. Leer's disgusting. Honestly, Flamethrower is so late, I think we're better off using Fire Blast. We start with Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, and... no. Right here, Tackle, Tail Whip, Quick Attack, Ember. There's some glitches with Scott's, comparison software. Like, for example, if we put in Bulbasaur and compare to Bulbasaur, the reason it says remember is because this literally combines the red and blue moveset and the yellow moveset together. So it kind of confuses it. I think Gen 2 might have made Flareon worse. Yeah, they moved its 110 special to its special defense, 95 special attack, so yeah, they definitely made it worse. I can actually set a comparison to the generations. It lost 15 special attack. Oh, dang it, why'd the timer pause? Okay. So yeah, we're definitely most likely gonna want Fire Blast right away, but we're gonna have to rely a lot on Ember and Body Slam, and sadly we don't get Dig. And let's think ahead for the gyms. Misty. I mean, Misty, I do not see us taking her on with Quick Attack and Sand Attack. I think we need to do the SS Sand first and get Body Slam. I know when I did Charmander in Yellow version, I needed level 30 to make that fight work with Body Slam. Or it was Slash. It was Slash, I think. Flareon's got way better physical attack, though. I don't think it needs to do SS Sand training. But maybe it does? I don't know. We'll come back to that. Surge. Surge will be a joke. We need to 2-hit KO Gyarados and 39 speed at least for Misty. I wouldn't be worried about the speed, thankfully. Actually? This does have a damage calculator. Let's look at Lance. Scott's thing has a built-in thing. Okay, let's see. Flareon, 50, none, perfect stats. I don't know what the expected stat XP is. Oh, we can just add vitamins. 3, 4, 5. Normally, when I get to the end, everyone's got like 5 vitamins worth of stat XP. And then I can add some more later. Yeah, let's try looking at this at 65. I think that's a good start. Alright, and then our moveset should be Body Slam. Let's try Flamethrower and Fire Blast on this set. Does that mean skipping Surge? Because it'd be faster. Yeah, honestly, I think we would. Because if we have to go to the SS Sand then backtrack, we're better off just saving Surge for later. We can grab the HM for Fly and just go bike back. It's not that big of a detour, and it does put Saffron City on the map, which is steps that I have to take anyway. That's a bit too high. Well, let's just take a look. Your attacks. Oh, cool. It even shows you where it lands on that. Oh. 43 to 51%. Hydro Pump is a one-hit KO at 65. But if we buy, like, 3 proteins from the store... Oh, that's HP. God dang it. We buy 3 proteins, 44 to 52%. I mean, I guess we could go double edge here. We'll probably look at someone else's run for reference, too. Oh, yeah, it would be a 2-shot. But, yeah, we still would have to get a Hydro Pump miss. And then for the second Dragonair, are we taking into account badge boosts? Oh. Oh, I didn't realize those were separate buttons. Okay, Body Slam. Guaranteed 2-shot. Okay. Hydro Pump. 49 to 58%. Okay, so we can afford 1 Hydro Pump. Double Edge is a range on the Dragonair, which is interesting. But something I would like to do is Mimic Ice Beam. I wonder what happens if I put Mimic on this thing. Oh, no, don't even bother putting Mimic. Put down Ice Beam. So Ice Beam, one shot, one shot, one shot. So yeah, essentially just two-shot the Gyarados with Body Slam. I think we need to get a Hydro Pump miss. And then we could double edge the first Dragonair right here. And then Mimic Ice Beam on the second. But this might be too high of a level. I don't know, though. This looks perfect. 50.8 to 59. If we were a lower level, we would not two-shot. And remember, I added 3 protein. So if we buy 3 protein from the store, then it'd be that much. But seems like 63. Let's just take a look at 63. 47 to 56. It becomes a range. So if we were to go at 63, we would need extra protein. I mean, let's see. There's 1 protein in Sylph. There's 1 in the Safari Zone. There's 1 in the Mansion. So what I could do is get like an extra protein. Yeah, the extra protein, I would need 2 extra protein to matter, and even then it's still a range. Do we want to rush Blaine for the TM? That's too risky. That's 100% too risky. Blaine in yellow is actually very good. He is very terrifying in this game. That's not a good idea. To, like, rush him at least. I don't know. I think I still would like level 65. The 65 in the medium-fast level-up group is pretty reasonable if you save most of your candies. Well, I guess let's look at Lorelei. Koga yellow and should be free. Not exactly. Because of his good AI, he won't use Sleep Powder, but he can still use like Toxic and Psychic, Psybeam, Double Edge, Tackle. And Ember's not going to do much, so we'd have to just spam Body Slam. It might be worth looking at Koga's Venonat ranges, though. Because if we don't one-shot the first Venonat, it's almost not worth trying the fight. Anyway. What the? Oh, I think I have to press X on that. Weird. Okay, let's look at this at 60. Yeah, 63. Use all our candies to 63. Body Slam, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Double Edge. Because essentially that's our best moveset here. Because looking here, like, what else do we even have? Mostly normal moves. Fire Blast is our only good TM. And via level up, literally just Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Body Slam. We don't really get anything else good. Aw, dang it. Give me a sec. 6, 8, 5, 4, 5. Mimic? Yeah, we could Mimic. Oh, yeah, we could just Mimic Amnesia from the Slowbro, but we do have to be cautious because of the good AI here, but you know what? Let's replace Flamethrower with Mimic. Alright, there's no point in Mimic. Let's just put Amnesia on the list. Where's Amnesia? Oh, I think Scott only put damaging moves in here. So if we want to mimic Amnesia, we would have to attack, defense, special. Yeah, so we would have to use that little plus thing to show off Amnesia. Anyway, let's look at Flareon at level 63. Dewgong. 24, 29. Okay, Bubble Beam doesn't really do that much damage. And Flamethrower is a guaranteed 2-shot at 63. Okay. Cloister is a 1-shot, not even worth a debate. And then Slowbro, what we could do is Mimic Amnesia, while Surf does 29 to 35%. Dang, dude. I forget how high Flareon's special was at one point. Then we could use 1 Amnesia. 2 Amnesias. 2 Amnesias is enough to completely destroy her. As honestly, if we start Lorelei at 63, the Hiker and Agatha and Lorelei should all combine to get us level 65 for Lance. Because 65, like I mentioned, is where after we buy 3 protein, we'll have enough, we'll be able to 100% 2-shot the Gyarados. Otherwise, it becomes a range. Okay, anyone else we need to look at? Yes. We need to look at Koga. I'm gonna lower... I'll lower our thing here by 3, just to signify weaker stats. Okay, let's see what this looks like at 40. With, Body Slam, Ember... Yeah, we'll have these 3 moves at this point. Yeah, we'll look at Giovanni next. Okay. Oh, get rid of this. Okay, so Ember on the first Venonat would do 90 to 106. Oh, wait. Hold on. We don't have Blaine's badge. Or Koga's badge. Exploding Hiker could be scary? Eh. I don't think so. Okay, so Ember would do 80 to 95. It is not worth trying that if we can't even one-shot that. I mean, it's not going to use Sleep Powder, and Psychic shouldn't do too much damage, but what I fear is taking too much damage before we get to the Venomoth. Because look at that. Venomoth barely does much at all. So yeah, I think we're going to need a higher level for this. Let's try 43. Okay, 43 becomes a range. And then 2-shot on the next 2. I guess what we could do, in addition to buying protein, we could use some calciums as well. Like, there is a calcium inside Sylph. Koga seems to like Body Slam spamming. Honestly, that seems like the best bet, because there's the chance of paralysis, and it could buy you a turn. And it looks like at 43, there's a very small chance to 2-shot Venomoth with Body Slam. Or what we could do is, like, Body Slam into a Double Edge. That is something we could do. You know what? I think level 43 seems appropriate. With Ember, Body Slam, and Double Edge. Okay. Giovanni. Let's try this fight at 50. Let's see, Fire Blast. We're not gonna have Flamethrower yet. Alright, we'll have the badge boost. Okay, level 50. Fire Blast and Double Edge would one-shot Dugtrio, but not to Body Slam. So we could Flamethrower, or we could... yeah, we won't have Flamethrower to level 53. So what we could do is... yeah, Fire Blast the Dugtrio. We could Mimic Dig. Maybe we do want Flamethrower. Honestly, yeah, Fire Blast isn't looking too great for these Nidos, but actually, let's try Mimic Earthquake. Let's see how well that works. 80 to 95. Ooh. And they're only going to use Earthquake. That's a problem. Honestly, you know the one strat fire types like to do in Giovanni and Yellow? Mimicking double team off the Persian. So I think what we need to do, Slash only does like a quarter of our health at level 50, so what we can do is defeat the Dugtrio with Fire Blast, and then Mimic double team off Persian, and we badge boost ourselves. I am not sure how we mimic badge boost glitch. Yeah, there's not really a good way to mimic the badge boost glitch in this. But we could set up like 4 or 5 double teams, which should allow Fire Blast to destroy his team. I mean, we might have Flamethrower for this fight anyway. I'm just guessing on the low end what level will be. Okay, so we've looked at Koga, Giovanni, Lorelei, and Lance. I think we need to look at the champion. Rival 3... Flareon? Yep. Which champ? We'll be fighting the one with Flareon. The team with the Flareon rival is actually the most... It's actually the most common team for the rival to have. How the EV teams work is if you lose to the rival in the lab, he'll always have Vaporeon no matter what. If you beat the rival in the lab and skip the optional battle on Route 22, he'll have Flareon. If you beat him in the lab and you beat him on Route 22, he'll have Jolteon. So Flareon is just the fastest one to do. It's just by winning the rival fight and ignoring the optional fight. There are some advantages to the Jolteon team for some Pokemon, because, like, for example, or the Vaporeon team, because Vaporeon tends to be better to deal with than Cloyster, or if you're facing the Jolteon team, you'd rather face Jolteon than Magneton. Magneton in this game is freaking brutal. Alright, so I think our Mimic move of... I don't know what our Mimic move of choice would be. I'm just going to put an Earthquake for a test. Okay, so on the champion, Fire Blast one-shots. Alakazam, we'd have to one-shot it with Double Edge. Because, I mean, how much Earthquake does? 70 to 83%. It is not worth losing that much health for Earthquake. I think we're going to have to ignore it. Maybe... This might suck, but potentially we might want to mimic Hypnosis. Body Slam would be good enough. Yeah, let's try not having Earthquake and see how this goes. Let's see, Fire Blast, Double Edge, Fire Blast. Do you think Flareon would like living in Florida? I don't know. Okay, Magneton. Yeah, it is a 2-shot with Body Slam, but let's see. He would only have a 25% chance to go for Thunder Wave. So, honestly, just a 1 in 4 chance isn't that bad, especially since we'll one-shot these 3. I don't know if we're going to outspeed it, though. That's kind of the problem. I know for a fact... Oh, wait. You can see our speed, 125. Oh, yeah, there is no way we're outspeeding that. Alright, the Magneton, yeah, 2-shot with Body Slam, but the problem is, if we take a lot of damage from Alakazam, you only get outsped by Alakazam. Okay. I know the Alakazam has 156 speed. It's really fast. And Flareon's really slow. But then Cloyster comes around and it's a range. Okay, we might need 65 for this fight. Yeah, 65 makes Cloyster a one-shot. And then we can Body Slam Magneton, and then one-shot these 3, at the cost of getting hit by a move. I mean, Psychic doesn't do too much damage, but if it goes for Kinesis, I'd say just reset. Magneton 2-shot, reset if paralyzed, Fire Blast Cloyster, and then Body Slam 2 shots Flareon, and because of the good AI, it's only going to use either Quick Attack or Reflect. Yeah, what do you guys think of this plan? We need at least 63 for Lorelei, but we also need 65 for the champion. So if we start the league at 63, we'll guarantee have a 65 for the champion, and I think we needed 65 for Lance as well. And for Koga, be around level 43. And for Giovanni, we'll just mimic double team, be at least level 50. What do you guys think of that plan? We're probably going to have to get every rare candy and save them for the end. I mean, there is the whole argument, like, should we keep a rare candy to keep our experience at a certain point to where we won't do mid-battle level ups, but Flareon doesn't have a stat boosting move, so it actually would not care about mid-battle level ups. I mean, if we did truly care, like if we were playing red version, then I would put up the XP router. Oh yeah, I'll definitely do some of the good training in Sylph. I think in yellow, you generally want to do some trainers in there. Anyway, I think that's about everything. We've been routing for about 20 minutes. Actually, I've been live for 29 minutes. Yeah, I'd say like 24, 25 minutes. Yeah, I'd say let's get started now. Hey, Crobat. Pikachu sped up on the title screen. It's me at the eye doctor trying to do the air puff thing. Oh my god, I hate that so much. I predict around 50 minutes. I don't know, actually. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. Like, under 50 minutes, or 48 to 50? Are you seriously thinking, like, this is gonna get an A-tier placement? Comparable to the likes of Poliwrath and Venusaur? Charizard had literal freaking Swords Dance. I mean, Ninetales is a similar comparison, similar growth rate, 48 minutes. But I don't know, Ninetales was not that great either because of a lack of Flamethrower, but it did have access to Dig, which did help it a lot. I mistook you as Zealous Pawn, shut up. Yeah, I think this is going to end up in my B tier. I think it's going to be under 55 minutes. That's my guess. Wrong one. Alright, I'm actually going to change my emulator window. So it's going to look a bit weird for a sec. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's get started. Alright, you guys ready? Should I record a root file? Eh. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll have you know, N1, this was before you became a regular chatter. Zealous Pawn and I actually did 2 separate races in Pokemon Yellow with 2 random species, I beat him both times. Golduck and Magnemite. I beat him both times, just letting you know. Zealous Pawn isn't as great when it comes to... like, you don't know what Pokemon you're playing until right now, and you've only got, like, 15 minutes to make your plan. He's not good at those kinds of playthroughs, but if you give him time to look at the numbers, he'll definitely beat me any day. Oh, this background's still water. Hold on. Yeah, he is a much more of a planner guy. He's kind of like Scott in that aspect. I don't know, Scott's very good at first playthroughs as well. And besides, he and I play by different rules. Like, for example, he gets the luxury of having no encounters in Viridian Forest and no encounters in Mount Moon. I have to deal with encounters. That's why my tiers aren't as generous. Like, Zealous Pawn's S tier would probably be like sub 40 or something. Oh my god, my movement is so bad. Alright, we're definitely going to fight the bug catchers. Also, I may end up considering switching to Doduo as my flyer. Because, seriously thinking about it, I didn't think it was going to be good for my settings, because what if I encounter a wild Pidgey? Honestly, my thinking is, in some playthroughs, I'm going to want to take on Brock and Blackout Train, and if I have a Pidgey, then I have to deal with the time it takes to deposit it and everything. His S tier is sub 35, actually. Yeah, I don't have a single yellow run that's sub 40. I have a few red runs that are sub 40, but not yellow. That's just going to be very difficult with my settings. Like, Zealous Pawn would have beaten Brock by now. So yeah, I'm just going to catch Doduo. At the same time I buy the Super Repels and the Pokédoll, I'll pick up, like, I don't know, like 4 Great Balls. Be gone, bot. Yeah, crit slash. Those bots have been getting worse. Like, sometimes the restream chat will actually show me what the bot said, but then other times it'll come through and I'm like, did it even block it? Also, in yellow version, Brock's... Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm speed tied with it. I'm sorry. Oh, Bide actually did 0 damage. You want to know why that happens? The move Bide gets seriously screwed up when there are speed ties involved. Like, this happened a lot during the Mew race, because we would have to transform into Onix and use Bide, and try to bide its own Bide. Do I need stuff here? Honestly, no. No. You only want to visit that Martin Red and Blue. You don't visit that Martin Yellow version. Because in Red and Blue, you want to catch the Spearow and the Paris. Yeah, no, I can just skip that place. I'm gonna fight this guy for more XP. Because we're definitely not fighting Misty right away, that's for sure. Hello, Spiro. Plus, it could also be good not having the HM user, like, just in case I want to, I don't know, blackout train to Misty or something. Or, like, blackout train to the rival. Plus, it's not just Doduo, because also from what Zealospawns told me, that grass where Doduo spawn also have Spiro in them. You're one level away from getting Ember. Oh my god. Oops. You know what? I need training anyway, so I'll just take it. You know, if I wanted to, I could take on the hiker, but since I took on 2 other trainers, I think I might skip that guy. Man, these encounters are ruthless. You know, there was one time during the Parasect race, I actually got a Mount Moon with only like 5 encounters. It did happen once. Oh wait, that move never existed. Actually, I think even in Generation 4, when Flare Blitz was introduced, I don't think Flareon could learn it at first. Okay, that's actually annoying. I don't have an antidote. I should have picked up the one in the forest. Eh, we'll be fine. Thankfully it didn't use Wrap. How's Flareon doing? Pretty good, I'd say. And the poison flashes are so bad. Yeah, Gen 6, that's just nuts. They never appeared in Fire and Leaf Green, that's true. It wouldn't have made sense if they did. Alright, so I just gotta remember in yellow, I have to get the Charmander and get the Lapras. There is a Squirtle you could get, however, I think the Squirtle is inferior compared to the Lapras because here's the weird difference. Squirtle has 3 moves, while Lapras has 2. When you try to teach both Surf and Strength to Squirtle, when you teach the second move, it's like, hey, your Pokemon already has 4 moves, want to delete one? But with Lapras, it doesn't do that. Squirtle is only worth getting if you want to do Blaine before Rival 5. That's the only time it's worth it. If you're not going to do Blaine before Rival 5, then just get the Lapras. Because with Lapras, you can teach Strength, then Surf, but with Squirtle, it has to be Surf and Strength, because I want Strength in slot 1. I'm going to go take a heal. I don't think I can last to the Elixir. That being said, this might be one of those cases. I'm trying to remember what we just talked about. You know, it's still very annoying how our physical attack is so much better than our special, but because of quick attack being so weak, we're better off using Ember. Also, I'm fighting this guy for more XP. We need XP for Misty anyway. Actually, you know what? I should have probably looked up what level we needed for Misty. Like, I think the level we would need is Body Slam to 2-shot Starmie. To be fair, I don't think it's going to need that high of a level to 2-shot Starmie with Body Slam because of our high attack. Flareon is actually top 3 for highest attack in Gen 1. The only Pokemon in this game that has more attack than it is literally Dragonite. Honestly, I think level 25 it could 2-shot with Body Slam. So I think the optional trainers on the SS Sand I could probably skip. Oh, dig. If only this was Gen 3. Okay, yeah, Ember's better. Okay, sell the nugget. I need to buy 5 super potions, 5 repels. Alright, question. Are we gonna need rest? Honestly, I don't think we do. I don't think we need rest. Because not once in the planning have we ever mentioned it. But honestly, rest is actually a decent strat for the self-destructing hiker. But then again, we have Sand Attack. I think Sand Attack's going to be the better strat on him. Yeah, the Evolutions could not learn Dig until Gen 3. Dude, that Eevee always survives hits. Alright, so before I dig back, I'm gonna get the bike voucher. I'm just gonna get this escape rope out of my bag. At least it's a Pokemon you don't have to tell your Pokemon they can't evolve every level. Yeah, those are annoying. Okay, 25. I think this level will perfectly 2-shot. I think it's gonna do like 55%. You know what? That's X-Defend. I still won. Nice. I think if she had 2 Bubble Beamed, I would have lost. Alright, time to go do Rock Tunnel. I should heal up, though. Shoutouts for Brazil, recently became a member. Oh, hey, Robert. Yeah, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. I hope you, 1 second. I hope you enjoy all the members-only content. Oh my god. Hey, Scott. Dude, I don't even have to mention your name and you just show up. Rest is just safety in case you want to tank one Hydro Pump. Oh, we actually used your solo deck's damage calculator. I pretty much know what level to get to Lance at. Lance's Hydro Pump isn't going to do too much just because our special is really good. Okay, I better save here because this guy's Cubone can be scary. What the Scott? Yeah, crit slash, he's chatting over on YouTube if you want to say hi. I'm only going to do a second run if my first run is very, very bad. Because I generally don't like doing second playthroughs, because I could easily just do a playthrough of another Pokemon. But if my first playthrough was that awful, then I'll give it another run. I watch the guy's solo runs. I'll make sure to tell him. Hey Scott, crit slash on my Twitch chat says he's a big fan. There you go, there's your shout out. Anyway, this guy, you know, I was just going to use Ember instead of Sand Attack. Okay, I'm going to have to Sand Attack the Graveler. I do not trust it. There we go. Would you ever backport the Eevee from the Let's Go games? I know Scott did a video with the partner Eevee partner Pikachu. I have no interest in doing that, though. Okay, there is also a Muck Scientist. I do want to fight that guy for some experience as well. Experience is a lot more valuable in yellow version than red and blue. Especially since I know the levels we need for some major fights. Oh my gosh, get in the door. I've been really enjoying it. I also watch Scott a lot. Shout out to him. Yeah, I watch all his videos. Well, plus every week I do a first playthrough with Scott for one of his videos. Dude, this is Gen 2 muscle memory. Alright, let's see. 9. I think 5 should do. I'm gonna get some stuff to sell. Alright, I'm gonna get a head start and buy like 2 protein. Rattata, that's not a flyer. Dude, that's not a flyer either. There we go. Dude, okay, I did not expect it to be that strong. Alright, guess chuck balls then. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna need to put super repels there. Throw those away. Wait a minute. I don't think I got an extra drink. My god, this is I am rusty. Hello, Abra. Yeah, I could not remember if that guy could see me or not. Dude, I am so rusty. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Oh, man, dude. That is the best Surge has played in yellow in quite a while. Glad Grimer was smooth in blue. Did you allow minimize? If you did allow minimize, then it can definitely be really smooth. If not, though, that sounds a little rough. Yeah, Surge actually was trying to be good. How's the yellow run? I'm a little rusty. But I didn't make any, like, super major mistakes. I mean, I guess I made a super major mistake in, forgetting to get a drink for the guard, but I was right in front of the department store when I remembered I forgot, so I didn't have to walk that far. But if I, like, came all the way here, then yeah. I'd be pretty upset. Oh, I'm actually going to pick up this nugget to sell. Alright, so I do know in this run, I'm going to need to buy around... I'm going to need to get 3... Well, I already bought 2 protein. So I'll find some in the ground. And I think just pick up any naturally occurring carbos. Flareon's pretty mid stat-wise. I mean, it's got really good attack. I just don't like how slow it is, though. Uh-oh. That is why I saved. Okay, seriously? I got an encounter right on that tile. Honestly, I probably should have used Ember. Because the Wheezing has lower special. Looks about the same. Okay, at least I didn't get paralyzed. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and actually do Erica next. Hold on. I'm going to move my flyer to slot 2 because I am so used to my flyer being in slot 2. Like from red and blue, from crystal. If I just don't move it, I'm just going to... It's my muscle memory is going to get messed up. Okay, I'm going to fight these 2 trainers right here. Normally, the trainers in this gym aren't the best for XP, but... if you can knock him out pretty easily, it's worth it. At least these 2 people are worth it. The other people outside of Erica's inner circle aren't that great. Okay, I really should be using Body Slam. Whiteout to Jesse and James. Okay, it wasn't a whiteout, it was a reset. Hey, Axu. Game Freak hates Flareon. Not as much as they hate Volcanion. Flareon, I don't know if it learns Flame Wheel in what game. I don't know. Oh, and thankfully, because of the good AI, Erica will not use Sleep Powder, arguably her scariest move. It got Flame Wheel in Legend ZA. Dude, wow, they really hate it. Volcanion appears in the new Ditto game. And I guess another thing Volcanion has going for it is, whoops. Another thing Volcanion has going for it is, there's you can now get a shiny Volcanion if you have a complete ZA living dex and you transfer it to home. Also, this is a yellow exclusive trick. What you can do is you can bike down to Fuchsia, but don't go in the Safari Zone yet because the levels in the Safari Zone are too high. They have level 36 wild Pokemon in there. What you can do is just bike into it, and then you can fly away. Actually, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to go in. The main reason for that is because I want to get the full restore, the max potion, and the vitamins that are in there before I do Sylph trading. Did you complete yours? Oh, absolutely I did, yeah. I haven't taken them into home yet because I wait until I know for a fact I'm completely done with the game first. I haven't even taken my Pokemon out of Scarlet and Violet yet. Okay, just one wild, not too bad. Alright. We're gonna do all the good training in Sylph. I need a minimum level of 43. Oh, I just realized I need Double Edge. I mean, I don't need it for this place specifically, but I think after I finish the Sylph training, I need to go in the Rocket Hideout, go get the rare candy and get Double Edge. Do speedrunners hang out or meet at events? There is a giant event called Games Done Quick, where a lot of top-tier speedrunners all gather and do runs for charity, but I've never been to one of those. Okay. This way. I'm just trying to remember the path to all the good trainers. It is starting to come back to me. And hopefully the new way I do these streams, I'll be doing yellow at least once every month, so it shouldn't leave my head too quickly anymore. When I was younger, I used to watch compilations of Worcester Rage Quits. You found a copy of Heart Gold on Amazon for $29? Don't buy that. That's a fake. Oh, the metronome with Whitney's Clefairy. Oh yeah, the first time I've ever seen Metronome's Sacred Fire was in a Worcester video. I remember in that same video, it also metronomed Transform. Or yeah, Metronome's Sacred Fire as well. Alright, that is, alright, third floor. This is the last place. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Those sand attacks were just in case it used self-destruct. Okay. In Red and Blue, it's not normally worth fighting Rival 5 without beating Koga first, because his Alakazam is very fast, but in this game he just has a Kadabra, so it's not as big of a deal to do Rival 5 before Koga. Okay, that's not happening. Alright, let's do Koga instead. I don't think Rival 5's happening without Fire Blast. He still does outspeed. Yeah, I should have just done Koga. Mog, gross. Alright, I'm gonna do some optionals in here. No Paris for cut. That's only in Red and Blue. I have Charmander for that. Alright, I think after I beat Koga... Yeah, after I beat Koga, I'll need to... Oh wait, I can't fight the rival without Fire Blast. I would have to get Squirtle. Yeah, you're right. I need to go get Squirtle. Alright, at least I got level 43, just what I need. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Alright, Squirtle, I gotta teach it Surf first, then Strength. I like how he looked away from me. Yeah, I'm gonna want to fight some of the swimmers on this route. Well, it's what I get for picking up that nugget when I have no plans on selling it. Whoops. Oh my god. One of the worst things about yellow. You have to intentionally answer the question incorrectly in order to fight these guys. Oh, Brock and Misty weren't problems at all. Ooh, Tail Whip. Nice. Got a little, attack boost for that. And it's gone. Oh, great. My attack's even more screwed up. Man, at least Flareon's been getting crits. Lance kept critting me. Well, we'll see how it goes for me. Alright, I'm gonna save a flamethrower for the Nidoqueen. You're enjoying Hoenn? Yeah, when I normally do solo runs of a Hoenn game, I like Boras the best. Alright, we're not gonna outspeed the Alakazam. We don't even outspeed Kadabra. Okay, recover at full HP. She sucks. Alright, I need to go in here, get the rare candy and the double-edged TM. Took your advice with grabbing taunt. Yeah, it's honestly a very useful move in the newer games. I've actually started finding uses for taunt in Sun and Moon. Alright, so long Tail Whip. And Mimic for Ember. Alright, this is essentially my final moveset. I'm excited for your Platinum run. I hope it's Heatran. We'll see. From what I've heard, apparently he... Oh, dude, why am I so bad? It's useful to deny a predictable status move. Well, I haven't really found a use for it in other older games simply because the substitute TM exists. I mean, the taunt TM could be useful in Ruby and Sapphire because substitute is not a tutor in that game, but the one problem is that the taunt TM is behind the 5th trick house, while in the remix, it was moved to the 1st trick house. Hey, Alexander. What random run? Oh, I'm doing random solo run streams 3 or 4 days a week now. Yep, I had a feeling that would happen. Yeah, I think Double Edge or Fire Blast can one-shot. I don't think Body Slam can. Oh, you fucking kidding me, dude. I missed Fire Blast into Earthquake bypassing 6 double teams. That is so stupid. I just Gen 1 missed bodies. You know what? Heatran's best move is Magma Storm. I don't think Magma Storm's a good move. From what I've heard, it's just a better Fire Spin. Oh man, come on, knock it off. Dude. Fire Blast is letting me down at the worst times. And I'm out of Fire Blasts. Man, this is such bad luck. It's just inconsistent when you cannot outspeed the Doug Trio. I mean, I kind of just have to allow it to hit me. Whoops. I mean, we're still probably screwed. Yeah, I knew it. Competitive disagrees. Like, how is a better Fire Spin good and competitive? Like, how? I mean, I don't disagree with ah, fuck! Dude! I am not under-leveled for Giovanni. The thing is, like, me using rare candies right now is not going to make a difference with this fight. Like, I guess it, like, I don't, it would not let me outspeed Persian either. I mean, maybe if I used all of the candies? I mean, either way, though, I was close to winning, like, 2 separate times. But Nidoking hit an Earthquake through a +6 double team. Oh my god, dude! This is actually pissing me off, dude. Like, come on. Also on that Doug Trio, it can do 3 different things to me and I can be fine. Like, it's never going to use Sand Attack, so I don't have to worry about that. I want it to either go for Fissure or a Guard Spec. You need to use Fire Blast? Either Fire Blast or Double Edge. Body Slam does not one-shot. You've got to be kidding. Dude, Body Slam does not one-shot. See? N1, we literally did the math at the start. I knew Body Slam did not one-shot. It has to either be Double Edge or Fire Blast. Okay, I think I need to use a candy. Just one candy for the level up. And one, I would much rather use a Fire Blast than give myself less HP to work with. Oh my... I just want to let y'all know, 3 separate times I was close to winning, but double team at the last minute let me down. This is essentially why the TM is banned. Every run would not be fun if this was the strat. There we go. I think I don't need Flamethrower. Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, that was just super bad luck. Every Pokemon in Gen 1 can learn Mimic. It's one of those universal moves. Yeah, it would get boring. Exactly. Okay, I need 63 at the start of Lorelei. There's one candy in the league. Okay, so I need level 54 by the time I leave, so I am going to need to fight a trainer. Maybe Flamethrower over Double Edge would have been a good idea, but I can't remember if there were some fights where I would have preferred to have Double Edge. I don't remember. Besides, Fire Blast is straight up better. But I get what you're saying. Oh my gosh. I guess this trainer will do. Nope. This one. On N1, the too little PP for Giovanni wasn't the problem. The problem was that, okay, there was one attempt where I ran out of Fire Blasts on Rhydon, but it didn't matter because his next Rock Slide killed me anyway. But the main problem was Giovanni hitting me through 6 double teams 2 or 3 separate times. That was the problem. I was completely set up. Giovanni just got extremely lucky on me. Alright, we're going to candy to 64. Or 63, right. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so I think Fire Blast does one-shot these first 2 Pokemon. Yep. Alright, then we just gotta Mimic Amnesia. Withdraw, that's good. And on turn 2, her Slowbro always goes for either Withdraw or Amnesia. It's a weird Gen 2 AI, it's Gen 1 AI quirk. It has to do with the second turn. Alright, Hiker time. If you get a Leer, is the recoil of Double Edge bigger? The recoil of Double Edge is, trying to remember. I think it's half of the damage you deal to the target. So, if Double Edge does more damage, the recoil is bigger. I hope that makes sense. So if I used Leer on the opponent, then technically my Double Edge will do more in recoil. Alright, against this fight, we could Mimic Substitute, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Damage can only ever be equal to the enemy mon's HP, though. Yeah, true. Oh my god, that crit actually mattered. Well, I guess if I had kept missing, I would have just mimicked Psychic. Alright, 65 for Lance. That isn't factored in. Okay. Alright, so Body Slam is a guaranteed 2-shot, and of course I could paralyze it. Nice. Alright, Double Edge? Yeah, I don't think Body Slam would have killed that. Yeah, I was not going to outspeed that. Alright, so on this fight, I don't think we're mimicking anything. Yeah, don't mimic anything. Psybeam, okay. Fire Blast will one-shot. Oh, dude, the 1 in 4 Thunder Wave. Screw off. Dude, Clamp miss into Fire Blast miss. I hate this game. You know, let's see if I can... Yeah, I don't think so. Man. Okay, I wouldn't call that bad luck because it's kind of expected Magneton's always going to have a chance to land a Thunder Wave. I'm still very mad with how Giovanni went. There we go, Thunderbolt. That's better. No, Fire Blast has always been 85%. 55, 51, 17 resets. Almost all of those resets were on the final Giovanni fight. Almost all of them. Man, dude. I kind of... do I want to do a second run? I do feel like I was a little rusty, but at the same time, my resets weren't because of skill issue. It was well, you could argue me not using a candy before Giovanni to avoid the mid-battle level up on Rhydon was a skill issue, but still, there were 2 separate times I was at the Nidoking at +6 double team. I missed Fire Blast and he hit me with Earthquake. Mid-battle level ups had nothing to do with that. Nothing. Even with the mid-battle level up, Fire Blast would have done half, and then I would have just had to use a couple of body slams. Like, I don't know. Giovanni's just luck no matter what. I still think this was a great run. Just most of the resets were just out of my hand. Better to PP up Fire Blast to 7. Yeah, that could have been useful as well instead of using it on, I don't know though. I did use a PP up on Body Slam, which definitely did matter. That's why you had to use Flamethrower. Dude, I don't think Flamethrower... Dude, I didn't have Flamethrower for Giovanni. I was too low of a level. Where would... I guess Flamethrower would have helped in Agatha's Chamber. But still, though, I do think Flamethrower is a trap. Fire Blast just destroys everything. Okay, I'm not going to do a second run. The resets that I had were not because of a skill issue. It was because Giovanni was getting extremely lucky with Double Team, just completely ignoring it. Alright, so 55, 51. My level was 67 with 17 resets, 0 blackouts. Top of the C tier. Slower than Clefairy and Seadra. Honestly, those resets to Giovanni probably cost me like 2.5 minutes. Why is Hitmonchan in the Surge tier? Because it sucks. That's why. But still, even with an okay Giovanni, Flareon still had to do that training for Giovanni. Like, I knew I needed a minimum of level 50. Because I had to Fire Blast it. I get outsped by Dugtrio. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, I essentially wanted to either A, miss a fissure, or B, go for Guard Spec. I wanted to go for one of those two, because it's very unreasonable to want an outspeed on it. Because if I had used candies before it, I would have been under-leveled for the champion. Doesn't feel like C tier? Yeah, I think best case scenario, this Pokemon deserves the B tier. I mean, this thing was literally 51 seconds away from the B tier. But yeah, like I said though, there's that thing with Dugtrio, then you gotta successfully set up the double teams. Persian could easily just screw you over, because I get 2 hit with Slash. And then, obviously when I have the double teams up, I have to land the 3 Fire Blasts on the Nidoqueen, Nidoking, and Rhydon. And even if I miss one, I've got 6 freaking double teams up. I can just have an Earthquake miss, but you know what never happened? Earthquake miss. Yeah, Gyarados exists. To be fair though, I did make up the bad Giovanni luck for a great Lance fight. I first tried him because Body Slam paralyzed and he couldn't move. I feel like we didn't plan around Giovanni enough. Honestly, probably, but I don't know. In the end though, it was going to come down to Fire Blast luck. And the thing is with Scott's solo dex damage calculator. Oh, Scott, if you're still around, your solo dex damage calculator, there needs to be a way to add on repeated badge boosts. If there is a way, I couldn't find it. Like, I was on damage right here. Like, I'd be facing... like, this guy right here. I know I can adjust, like, stats right here, but there's, like, badges right here. There needs to be a feature where you can stack badge boosts, because that would have been very useful to see. Oh, and also, I know you have all the opponent's stats here, like the 19 HP and stuff. And you have to have all their stats coded in, right? Could there be a way to have the opponent's speed stat visible? Like, it'd be pretty good when planning things to actually see if I can outspeed a Pokemon at my current level. I mean, if Scott's not here, then I'll suggest it in the solo run channel. I feel like it'd be pretty easy. Just have the speed stat like right here or something, and just have a button to add repeat badge boosts. But anyway, thank y'all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. Our next stream will be tomorrow, where I'll be doing Pokemon Vanta Black. Hopefully. I will see you all then.